Greetings from Costa Rica. Thank you for joining us here on Costa Rica FAQ. My name is Matt Rosensteele. I work with Coldwell Banker Tamarindo Realty here in Tamarindo, Guanacaste, Costa Rica. First came down to Costa Rica in 2008. Now live just south of here with my wife and two boys in a community called Playa Junquial. If you're joining us on YouTube, please give us a subscribe. If you're watching on Facebook, a like would be great. Thanks again for tuning in. This is FAQ number 21. We're talking about property management here on my blog, about the frequently asked questions about moving to, retiring in, or investing here in Costa Rica. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me. My email is matt@cbtamarindo.com. I'll put my contact information here in these videos. Reach out whether it's a question about real estate, Costa Rica in general, or however I can be helpful. Today I've got 3 quick questions to answer or address as we look at property management. First of all, who will manage my property? And the answer is an easy one, almost anyone. Second question we'll cover property management costs, one that I get very frequently. And finally, what services are provided. As always, this year, 2020, we are trying to keep it short, sweet, edible, and in relatively good portion sizes. So we'll keep it as quick as possible today, but do feel free to send any questions that come up. As always, I do not give legal advice. I'm not an attorney or a tax accountant. So be sure to verify everything and keep in mind that this is not legal advice here on Costa Rica FAQ. Let's get on to our first question. Who will manage my property here in Costa Rica? Are there property management services available? Can I find someone who's bilingual? Yes, 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 yes. I would say that property management, at least in our region of the country, which is the northwestern section called Guanacaste, where there's a lot of tourism, there are a huge number of property managers. And in thinking about it, it's almost like the Dr. Seuss book, Red Fish, Blue Fish. You know, this one has a little hat, this one has a little. There are all kinds of property managers here. There are individuals who only manage 3 or 4 houses and really focus on providing a super personalized experience. People who are only doing it part-time, people who are doing it full-time, who've been doing it for over a decade. There are huge big box companies that will manage absolutely everything. They also do tours on and on. So whether you're looking to invest, retire, etc. here, feel very confident that you're going to be able to find someone who wants to manage your property for you so that you can live abroad and not have to worry about it. Whether that's finding a huge company that's going to be able to provide trucks and all kinds of services to your guests, or whether that's an individual manager who might be focused specifically on your house, or at least putting a lot more energy just into your property. Let's go on to property management costs. And here we can only make generalizations because just like there are all kinds of property managers from the big to medium, small, there are also all kinds of cost structures when property managers are working with clients. And really, they should be submitting a proposal to you to try and win your business that outlines exactly what they're going to charge. But if I were to make a generalization, and if a lot of people were to make a generalization here in this region, the standards that we are looking at are a 20% commission on your gross rental income and a flat management fee on top of that. Usually, I would say the most common is $150 per month flat management fee, but that can be all over the map, and a ton will depend on exactly how you plan to manage your property. Obviously, if a rental company is going to go into business with you and you own 4 condos that you tell them, we're not going to occupy any of these units any time of the year, we want you to rent them as much as possible, that company can minimize their fees because they're going to be charging a hefty commission on making tons of rental income from 4 condos. In the situation where you say, well, you know, I plan to occupy the condo between January and March to avoid this horrendous weather I'm experiencing or whatever, well, the management company is going to say, okay, our projection for rental income, because you're occupying 3 of the high season months, just took a nosedive. So we're going to be working with a lot less commission income, and you'll probably see a higher management fee. Again, generalizations, but it's something that you need to do in exploring how you're going to work with your property management company and which company is the best. Set up your plan. Here's what we're going to work with. Does that sound like it's going to work and be a good fit for X or Y company? And feel free to interview a ton of them, because there are plenty. Finally, let's talk about what services are provided. It's funny because I have people ask me about, oh, what do they do? Here I've seen so many property managers operating over the years, it's second nature to me. It's like, oh, well, they're a property manager, they manage it. But to go into a bit of detail, really, if you select a vacation rental manager and sign up for a contract where they're getting both that commission and a flat monthly fee, in general, they're going to handle 100% of the maintenance, the administrative work, the customer service, on and on and on, everything that you need to do for that rental property to be operating without any input from you. Obviously, there are management companies and there are different situations where people can take more control of their rentals. Or, for example, I see oftentimes that people really want to work their own Airbnb profile because they might have experience from properties elsewhere in the world. They like doing it. They want to make sure their inquiries are getting answered within 5 minutes. That can be set up too. But in general, a property manager here in Guanacaste is going to offer to set up your marketing profiles, to pay your ongoing costs, to make sure the maintenance people come through, to organize cleanings. They're also going to do that AC maintenance, get a repairman in when the plumbing is out, on and on and on, and add those different things that they're doing for you as line items on your bill. Really, in an ideal situation, you're just getting a monthly statement, a friendly email saying, here's how your condo or home did this month, and here's what happened, here's what I took care of, here's why you're going to see that we spent $30 or $40 here, etc. There are, like I said, property managers who will offer to do less, charge less, etc. But I think the happiest people here in Costa Rica who buy, invest, retire, etc. are the ones who are willing to find talented people and pay them well to make sure your investment here is taken well care of, that it's rented well, that it's covering its costs. And the people who are willing to invest in those good property managers are the ones that you hear loving Costa Rica, say that, oh, it was the best experience ever. I think the people who really try and find that bargain opportunity, you know, I found somebody who said they'd look out for it for $50 a month, and you know, that's going to turn into a difficult situation where all of a sudden the plumbing goes out, and for $50 a month you're expecting someone to rush over to your house and go take care of a major emergency. So as someone who advocates for that, definitely find a property manager, and though it may seem costly for a lot of foreign investors here, having someone who's going to make it so that you have hands-free ownership is going to make it a really wonderful experience owning and coming and going from Costa Rica. So anyhow, in summary today, talking about some basics on property management for Costa Rica FAQ, we covered who will manage your property, anybody. Second, we looked at property management costs and discussed that there's most likely going to be about a 20% commission on the gross rental income and a flat fee that might be $150 or a little bit more or less. And finally, we covered the services that are provided by a full property management firm. Again, my experience is based on 8 years in real estate here in Guanacaste, Costa Rica. 11 years living in this area. Things do vary by region, but in people looking at this particular community, I think that those generalizations are about what you would find. So anyhow, thank you very much for joining me today. Again, my name is Matt Rosensteele. I work with Coldwell Banker, Tamarindo Realty here in Guanacaste, Costa Rica. Feel free to reach out with an email to matt@cbtamarindo.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and Pura Vida.